my life, when Dukes of Hazzard started, I'm from Mount Kisco, New York. My mother moved to Atlanta with IBM. I was just out of high school, went to summer school, blah, blah. Was doing a show called the Manhattan Yellow Pages down in the Omni International Hotel in Atlanta, doing the Academy Theater, doing Shakespeare and all kinds of theater, and washing cars. Had a little car wash. We didn't call it detailing yet because we didn't know what that was. Little car washing business on the weekends. Anything to try to make a little money and be able to pay my auto insurance, my car payment. So I'd heard about this show, the Dukes of Hazzard. They're going to be auditioning. They'd already auditioned in, I think, Dallas and New York and Los Angeles. So they were looking for something real, some real folk. And there was a legend around Atlanta about this actor who had come in for a reading on an audition and spit on the floor because the script called for, like that. And he got the call back, and his agent said, "Look, you got the call, but when you please don't spit on the floor again." And this guy thought, well, I don't know if I can. So he came in and he brought a piece of newspaper and he put it down on the floor and he spit on the floor. And he got the part. So this was legend, don't act what they want, be what they want. That guy is Sonny Schroyer, who played Enos in Dukes of Hazzard, and a great guy. So here I am, this Westchester County guy, and here's this rural thing, and the word is they want actors 24 to 30 years old from Georgia, from the sticks, from the farm, dirt in their boots. Not on, in their boots. So I went out and borrowed a pickup truck. Be what they want, be what they want. Borrowed a pickup truck from some friends of mine, drove it around. I drove a Triumph TR6. I've always been into cars. So I'm a sports car. Banging around in this pickup truck, getting used to this sort of thing like that. And I put on a Budman t-shirt that I'd gotten from somewhere, and I'm getting Southern here now all of a sudden again. Holes in it, and I went and I bought a 6-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, and I'm 18 years old, and I drove down, and the audition is in the same building where I do the Manhattan Yellow Pages. So I park the pickup truck, and I take the beer out, and I walk up, and I've got my boots with the holes in it, and sat in, and I thank God for Sonny, because I came in this fancy room, sat down at the table, put my feet up on the table where all the magazines were, opened a beer, and drank it. And they said, "What do you say?" "Well, I'm here for the Dukes of Hazzard. Would you like it? You want a beer?" "No, that's okay. What is your name?" "Schneider. Name's Schneider from Snailville." "Okay, well, we'll have you in a few minutes." And they did. They had me in a few minutes, and I offered beer all the way around and just gave them what they wanted. And I go back and I look at the screen tests that happened a couple weeks later, and I was that guy. If I was nothing else, I was that guy. Was not an actor, was absolutely nothing but impetuous, fly by the seat of his pants, Bo Duke. And I learned later that the executive producer was there. There were two of them. One was Phil Mandelker, bless his heart, he loved me. The other was a guy who will remain nameless, or I'd have to track him down and kick him. Didn't want me, but Phil, I guess, had enough. He said, when you walked in the room, he said, you were absolutely, beyond the shadow of a doubt, you just came right off that page and you were Bo Duke. No question. So that was a long answer to your question, but it was so much fun. So much fun. And came out, and I had the same boots. I came out for a weekend audition and wound up here for 5.5 weeks and reading for Bud Grant at CBS. Bob Daly. Bob Daly at CBS before Bob moved over to Warner Brothers. And it was amazing. Had holes and had cardboard in my boots. I mean, it was beautiful. I went out on the back lot at Warner Brothers and sat in Rock Ridge, which is long gone. It's actually Laramie Street where they shot Blazing Saddles. sat out there and I put my feet up on the hitching post and said, you know, if this you're in Hollywood, you're in Warner Brothers, and you've got a pass. You can be here. You don't have to look around because you're not going to get thrown off the lot. Most amazing time of my life. And then Dukes happened, and Dukes was great, but still, that first coming here, getting my $380 round trip Delta airline ticket from Atlanta to LAX and back, sitting next to Johnny Olson on the plane. Johnny Olson told me how to get on a bus. I didn't know what to do. I don't know where the Sheraton Universal was. Well, John, you go down. He told me where it was. Just great. I mean, I came into Hollywood perfectly.